Hello there everybody, this is Krista and welcome back to the Krista Chronicles, and today we're getting into new deck digest. I love this video. I just think it's so fun to truly put into a big stack all of the decks I've gotten in the past month, and we're just gonna go through them. So if you haven't watched one of these before, as I just said, this is a compilation of every deck that has come into my space one way or another from the last new deck digest to when I'm filming it now. So it's so funny every time I think like, oh, like haven't gotten that much this month, like it's gonna be a short one. Somehow, some way, I am just proven wrong. This was definitely a month of, let's see, a lot of like pre-orders and Kickstarters I was waiting on, and then a few extras. But as usual, we're gonna start out with decks I've gotten for review. So I've got two this month, and this comes from Running Press. It's the Trash Animals Oracle. I'm pretty excited about this one. I really like the layout of the Running Press decks. I like the way the box is. You get your book on this side, and then you get a pocket for the cards. The only thing is that the cards are a bit hard to get out, but I do like that it's nice and compact. And the cardstock on the Running Press decks is truly some of my favorite. It's fantastic quality, a really nice smooth mat, easy to shuffle, no notes, truly. Here's our backs. Oh my gosh. So I've only really just looked through this deck, but we get a couple of like object/place cards that you would associate with trash animals, and then you get a couple of cards for each different kind of animal. So we've got crow, fox, the cage. There's, see how we get multiple fox cards here, but they each have a different keyword. Locked trash can, the goats, there's goats, raccoons, possums. I just think this is so fun. I love that the groundhog is in here. It's so good. I think this is something too that I feel like especially if you live in a very, like an urban or even a very suburban area, I think this would be a really fun deck, because I think some of these things are things you might see more often. I don't know, it feels a little bit like urban setting to me, even though, like, I mean, pigs wouldn't be there. But like dumpster fire. I think it can translate well to a lot of different places, but that's just what it feels to me. But I think it's just really fun. I love the keywords in it. I'm excited about this because it really is filled with such mischief makers. I think it's like we all can pinpoint an animal in here and be like, oh my gosh, those guys. So I'm excited to explore this. I haven't gotten into the guidebook or anything, the skunk, but I love the different animals in here. It's got a lot of cards, which is cool. So yeah, I'm excited. I think it's just different. It's a different animal deck than I personally have seen before. I just love the fun theme to it. So that is the Trash Animals Oracle. Alright, and the other deck I got for review, which I did do a full unboxing of, is the Land of Giants Oracle deck. This is new from US Games. I love the box on that too, and that these are a bit oversized. I really like this deck. It very much gives off like magical, abandoned manor. I don't know why I'm feeling like this is going to be especially fun in the winter time, and it could just be that it feels very indoors for a lot of it. I like holding the deck. So sorry if that bothers anyone, but I like to hold it. But yeah, I don't know, it feels, you know, I paired it with the Heartwood Tarot, and it was a really good pairing. They have a pretty similar theming going on, but I like the messages in here. I like the keywords or key phrases. Yeah, I think it's really fun. And again, it brings like a magical feeling to the indoors. I just have a feeling that come winter time, this deck's gonna have a moment for me. I love the art in it. It's so pretty. So yeah, really cool. Land of Giants Oracle. I also haven't gotten too much into this one, so I don't... It's one of those where I'm like, I think it's really cool, but I don't know. Before I can have a full opinion, I feel like I really do need to explore it. Land of Giants. Alright, so those were the two for review, and I did get a gift this month, which was so exciting. So this came from a very lovely subscriber who saw this in a used bookstore and thought of me, and so sent it, and oh my gosh, okay, it is the, hold on, the name's on the side, Premium Library Tarot Cards. Has anyone else heard of these? Because they said, like, never saw this before, and I was like, yeah, never seen this before. It's a Game Crafter deck, though. At least according to the inside of the box. Game Crafter there. But, so it is a Major Arcana deck. It's more than 22 cards, though. It is... Contains 23 Major Arcana cards based on the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck, plus 5 bonus cards based on stories about library patrons. So fun. I just have never... I mean, I've never really seen a specific library-themed deck, but the way this just nails the experience of working in a library is so unreal. Like, if you're someone who works in a library, you know. There's always, like, the conspiracy theorists who either work there, too, or you know right when they walk through the door, like, oh, there they are again. The demanding, like, yes. The nincompoops, so cute. The director. Code of conduct. The collection. The series hunter, so good. Book lovers. The questioner. Yes, like, I just really feel like, I think this could be used by anyone who likes libraries, but I think especially if you are a library employee, this just hits the nail on the head, in my opinion. Look at that enthusiasm. Yes. Restraint. The friend. The stacks. Equal access. Love that. The misprinter. Okay, if you also work in a library, like, do you have someone who is just known for getting so mad at the printer? Because we do. I'm so excited about it. I haven't even looked to see, like, is it still available? Like, I don't know. But I will certainly look and put information down below, whether it's a link or if it's out of print, I'll put that down there. But it's the Premium Library Tarot Cards, and I'm just so impressed. Whoever made this just must work in a library, because it just really captured the, like, such a universal library employee experience, I feel like, and I've really enjoyed. I have this in my work bag, and I pull a card at work every morning. This has been my work deck, and it's just been so fun, because it's just gotten a little bit more specific to that experience. So, that was really fun to receive. Okay, now we're just not going to do any of these in any particular order. So, this is the newest deck that came in. It came in like 2 days ago, and this was a Kickstarter. It's the Magical Creatures Tarot! Woohoo! Yes! Oh my gosh. Okay, if you have been watching my channel for a little bit, you know how I feel about the Northern Animal Tarot. It is a top favorite of mine. I love it so much. It was one of my very first decks, at least when I'm gonna say it was within the first 10 decks I received, possibly even 5. And I've had every single version of it. I have all of the versions except the second edition I gave to my friend Rachel, but it's still, you know, it's still in my vicinity somewhere, you know? And I love them all. I love it so much. I am a huge fangirl, and so when I saw this in Creation Magical Creatures, no brainer. I backed it so quickly. So cool, she numbered them too. I am number 7 out of 1,500. I was quick, because I just knew I wanted it. And I have really only flipped through the cards and used it once. Look at the backs on this, are you kidding? But I'm so in love with it already. I love the bonus cards. The Northern Animal comes with extra cards like this too. Bow and arrow. Traveling hat. There's more bonus cards in this one, I'm pretty sure. But the Northern Animal Tarot has those too, and it's really like my favorite aspect of the deck. And so I love that she carried this over in this deck here, and it is if you have the very latest version of Northern Animal Tarot that came in the linen finish, that's what this deck is printed on. So it just was so cool to see over the years how the creator really like put a piece of work out that from the start I have just thought every version is so amazing and such a feat. But it's like how she really just took feedback from like people using the deck and just sort of like really honed in what was going to, you know, work for her as the creator, but then also really like work as a tool for the user. And she has just nailed it with the card stock, the colors, everything about it. I'm so obsessed with this deck already. Look at this, the gingerbread house. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about it. I just think her artwork is so magical, and I just don't have enough good things to say. I mean, I have, right? No, I said that wrong. I have too many good things to say. I don't know. I feel like I said that weird. Anyway, what I'm really excited about too, though, is I want to try pairing it with the Unicorn's Journey Tarot. Should we just do that now? Yes, why not? I can do what I want, you know? Let's just do it now. Hold on, we're gonna pause, get Unicorn's Journey Tarot, and do a little tarot pairing. Okay, I think this is gonna be magical. I'm not usually one to pair tarot with tarot, but that is something I'm trying to challenge myself to do. Just purely because I think it'd be fun. A lot of people have been asking, especially with my deck speed datings, to see like a tarot with tarot. And just never something that occurs to me to pair tarot with tarot, and I just think that could be fun to pull out multiple tarot decks sometimes. So anyway, yes, wait, this is so magical. And so I haven't gotten really into the guidebook for this one yet, but if it, ooh, there is a little bit more than in Northern Animal. I was gonna say if it falls in line with Northern Animal, it tends to pretty much be true. RWS meanings, it looks like we get a bit more description with this tarot here, which is awesome. But I think it'd be cool because with the Unicorn's Journey Tarot, we get the self-care message, which is like my favorite part of the deck. And so, not to say that in that way, I mean, I guess you could use it as Oracle in that way, but I think it would be cool to use these two decks together and kind of get tarot meaning over here, and of course undeniably tarot meaning over here, but really lean into that self-care message. I think that'd be so neat. And don't they feel like they could be in the same world a little bit? Yes. It's like they're totally different. Where like it feels to me that each of these decks completely occupy a separate space, but I think they could come together really interestingly. Almost where, especially since we're following the Unicorn's Journey, Mystic, the unicorn in this deck. It's very like story driven. I think could be cool to almost like get story plot line from this deck and like build it out a little bit more with this deck. I don't know. I think there's a lot of things to play with, but I love how they look together. Okay, anyway, not the point of this video, but I wanted to see that. Well, the Magical Creatures Tarot was out, but I'm so excited about it. This is just, this kind of storybook feel is just the vibe I feel year round, no matter what. It's like if I don't know what I want to use or what the vibe is, I can always fall back on things like this because it's always right for me. I'm so excited. It's just so beautiful. Okay, let me know if you want to see any, if any of these decks you'd like to see like a real full walkthrough of. Just let me know. I can do that. All right, let's just keep it moving. I got a Lenormand, which I told myself I wouldn't. I blame Logan with my full chest. Because Logan is a Lenormand connoisseur. They create the most beautiful Lenormand decks on top of just like being so good at reading Lenormand. And so their decks are just my favorite to use. So like, since I don't read with Lenormand a ton, I would love to change that. I just need to really like put the effort into learning, which Logan also has like a full series where you can learn. Anyway, I have no excuses. But so if I'm reading with Lenormand, like I use Logan's decks because they're just my favorite. But I was watching one of Logan's videos and they showed this deck. So I blame this on Logan. It's the Enchanted Woods Lenormand, the deluxe edition. You could get a mini one, but this is the full tarot size because I really wanted to be able to see the art. Okay, but here I bought it because it's pink. Okay, the artwork is beautiful, but just something about the black and white surrounded by hot pink. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. I just saw this and I was like, this fits everything I'm feeling right now. I just need it. And it's so different than any of the other, like, Lenormand decks, but just decks in general that I have. I'm so excited about this. I love the style. Something about it just, I'm having trouble getting it into words because it just makes my brain happy. Something about this shade of bubblegum pink with the like intricate black and white drawings. I just really like it. Makes my brain feel excited. And now, like, man, I think that's the thing. I don't have many Lenormand decks, but I love the ones I have. I was gonna say like, oh, maybe I could go through my Lenormand decks, but I love them all. And that's okay. Beautiful! Beautiful. I just love it so much. And just have a good guidebook with it. Enchanted Woods Lenormand. Okay, yay, yay, yay. I'm so excited about this one. This is probably like a lot of different people made me do it, but apparently I'm just throwing out names today. Number one culprit is Marlena. There was a month, and not even like super recently, but kind of, I don't know, maybe in the spring. I don't know. But there was a whole month where she used this so much, and I was like, yes. And then I kind of forgot about it. And then I saw it again somewhere and was like, wait, I meant to buy that. And so then I did. And it is the Sparrow Tarot. I also didn't realize the size of this deck, but it's so pleasing. Okay, I've got, what do you call it? Memento Mori, which is standard tarot size. So it's a little bit taller, a little bit wider, but I can still riffle shuffle it. I love a little bit of a squarer moment. I think it's so fun. I think because of the style of art, I maybe assumed that it was smaller than tarot size. Why is that? Am I, what would you call, like, am I like art stylist? I don't know. I feel like whenever I see like really just cute art, I'm like, it must be a, and then this kind of shape to it, I just assume smaller. I don't know why, but it's not, and I love it so much. But this art style reminds me of so many of my favorite cartoons. I want to say namely Steven Universe. I don't know. But I love the colors. I love the interpretations of the cards. You can tell that the creator, Joe Sparrow, not only knows tarot, but really put some thought into like, okay, here's the meaning of the card. Like, what do I think about this? How do I want to portray that? And I just think it's so cool. And now I need to go through Marlena's Instagram and videos to remember what she paired with this, because I remember, I think, well, okay, she usually does like a single pairing and sticks with that for a while, which I admire so much. It's just never gonna be me, not with this little brain I got. But I don't remember what that deck was that she paired with it, so I'm gonna have to go look. Look at this sad. Oh, it's just this like perfect mix of like, it feels fun and a little silly, but then again, it's like you look at the what the art is portraying and it's like, oh my gosh, like that really is doing something with the meaning of that card. It's just fantastic. Oh my gosh, what is that? Hold on, there's another show it's reminding me of. Oh my god, there's like frog people. Hold on. I'm literally Googling frog people cartoon. Oh, and it knew exactly what I was saying. I love when Google gets me. Amphibia. It is on Disney Channel. It's called Amphibia. Like, I feel like it's the same style of art. I love that show. I should keep watching that. I'm so excited about this deck. Does anyone else have this? What do you pair it with? I can't wait. I can't wait to keep using this. So that is the Joe Sparrow Tarot. All right. Now this next one, I've seen her around the block. It's the Mother Witch Oracle. Yay! Oh my god. Okay, I feel like obviously I'm usually excited about all the decks that I bring in, because that's why I'm bringing it in, but I don't know, I feel like particularly excited about this stack today. I think it's because I personally haven't like consciously, what am I trying to say here? I haven't straight up purchased many decks this month, comparatively. So the ones that I have purchased, I'm like, yes. I just really felt like I don't know, maybe put some more thought in than usual. That just was the vibe this month. Because I was just really enjoying working with a lot of the decks I already have. And so anything I brought in, it was like, I just felt like it was really doing something different. And this one does. Again, we've got that like sketchy kind of black and white image, but with a colorful background. I don't know. I'm running out of words just in general today. I'm not quite remembering like the words to put to what this deck's like main theme is. But it's really cool. There's a lot of good videos out there, a lot of good walkthroughs that would tell you better than I, but I have not a single word in my head right now about this other than yay, excited. It pairs really well with so much, which is always a bonus. But yeah, it's a cool oracle deck. I need to explore it a lot more. Slay. That's my brain just felt like it just turned off for a second. Whoa. Mother Witch. Okay. All right. I think I gotta take a little break. Maybe my brain will switch back on because I like ran out of words. That's crazy. Okay, I'm back. I got overwhelmed for a second. Talking so much. So many words were coming out of my mouth. I got overwhelmed, so took a breather. And now we're back. Yay! Okay, next up. Slight, very slight nudity warning, but like cartoony nudity, so do with that we will. The Bad Girl Oracle. Oh my gosh, this is one that Andy has had for a long time. And every time I see it, I'm like, oh, I think I love that. But then I don't get it. And so finally, I did. Because I realized, despite the, like, again, starting with this card right here, slight sexual content. A lot of the cards aren't that way, though, but it just feels like it really hits almost in, like, an inner teen space for me. That's just the feeling I get from it. And that topic is something that I just can't usually seem to figure out, like, what is inner teen me? Who is inner teen me? And so immediately getting that feeling with this deck, it was like, okay, I need to explore this. But also, I have discovered, or I've maybe not discovered, I've finally been able to put to words just something I really like when it comes to deck art. When it uses these like very kind of like flat, bright colors, like we're not getting, you know, dimension. I might not be using art terms correctly, so anyway, what I think of as dimension, like the character, everything's flat, just a flat color. I really like that. It just really tickles my brain in a certain way. Like that's the Adventure Time Tarot. Like I love that show because I think it reminds me of cartoons. And that's most of the time how cartoons are drawn. So, yes. That's the other reason I like this, but I just love the voice of it. It feels so sassy and really like inner teen. And the pairing I really liked with it is the Cute and Creepy Tarot, which is a deck I love but don't use too much because I always struggle with pairing it. So, yes, so excited about that. Doesn't that look like Chapel Roan for her Tiny Desk concert? Oh, that's so fun. Anyway, I'm really excited about this. I'm excited to use this with the Cute and Creepy Tarot to kind of explore that inner teen space. That's me. I love her. So yeah, that's the Bad Girl Oracle. Super excited about that. Okay. Another very exciting pre-order that came in. The Tarot of Prague. I haven't used this one yet. That's a lie. Yes, I did. Like once. But I really do love experiencing a Baba Studios deck. They definitely do feel very kind of like collectible, which is not usually, no, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say not usually the thing I do. Yes, it is. What else? Like, that is what I'm doing. I am collecting. But I suppose, like, when I was about to say, like, which is not really my thing, I mean it in the sense of, like, collecting almost as an artifact. Like, I don't really collect things for the sake of tarot history or things of that sort, which is what the Baba Studios decks tend to feel like for me because they're very limited. They are very beautifully done decks, very popular in that sense, I feel, of like tarot decks as artifacts in a way. And so I feel like this is the one area where I do really take part in that, I suppose, because I don't tend to use them much. And I think it's just because they tend to kind of be like these fine art feeling decks, which I have to be in such a specific mood for anyway. I love having them. I have a lot of them that I probably just won't ever get rid of, because I do think it's so interesting to have a compilation like that. And I don't know, it does feel like pieces of tarot history to me for some reason. And I love art history, so like, even though I don't use them a lot, I like having them around. And that's with the exception of, there are what I call it, like a fine art decks that I do use a lot, like Tarot of Persephone's Garden. I love them all. That one in particular I just also use a lot, but I'm rambling. I'm excited to explore this one, and it's one of those things, okay, here's what I'm saying, is that usually I'm not really okay with getting something thinking like it's just gonna sit on the shelf. But these feel like a little bit of an exception to me personally, because they just feel a little bit collectible and they feel special. And so, yeah. Why am I explaining that? I don't know. I think it's because I feel somewhat unsure of where I stand on, like, my feelings about these decks. It feels very confusing to me that I really like them and like getting them, but it's like, then I'm like, okay, just not gonna really use it. What? I don't know. Can't explain it, but I'm also like, I'm like, well, I would never rehelm it. It's they're treasures. They feel like little treasures. I love that card. With the exception of the Bohemian Gothic Tarot come fall time. I loved that one. That's all I have to say. Nervous. Feeling nervous. I don't know. Does anyone else like have similar and it feels like, oh my god, I feel like such a silly gal saying that, because like these, they're expensive. They're so expensive. And so like I feel weird. That's why I'm feeling nervous. I feel weird being like, yeah, I just get them to put them on my shelf, because like I understand. I get it. Does anyone else feel the same though? But it's something like, okay, here's what I'll say, is that I like the collector part of it, but they do come around to like where they have their time with me to use them, and it's like, it's more like it's cyclical with them. More cyclical than any of my other decks, or like the cycle is a bit longer. As if like, where if all of my other decks follow like the Earth's rotation around the sun, the Baba Studios ones follow like Saturn's rotation. I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking about it, but I'm excited about it. Tarot of Prague. I guess what I'm trying to say is like, I'm trying to figure out like just the concept of, I don't really use them a ton as of right now, but every time they have been releasing one, I'm really excited about it and really excited to get it, and am excited when I do get it. So like, does anyone else feel that way? I don't need to find an answer. I just, okay, this is my special brain, like, needing to get to the bottom of something. Oh, gosh. Anyway, let's just move it along. I need to get up my new stack. That was one stack. Now we got some more. Alright, this one, Kickstarter that came in, the full version of the Little Bird Tarot. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yes. This is, I'm sure you've all seen this by now, but it is created by the lovely Shanna D here on YouTube, and I was lucky enough to get a review copy of this deck And I loved it so much that I had to back it for like the full finished beautifulness on Kickstarter. Look at this, she's not even shuffled yet. Oh my gosh. I love looking at all the birds. And all the images in here. My favorite part, I have to say, I mean, besides just like, I love the aesthetic of this deck, but the guidebook, or sorry, field guide, I love that it's called a field guide. But the field guidebook that Shanna wrote is spectacular. So good. Perfect balance of explaining the birds along with the tarot meaning and how they come together. Like why they're put together. Just so, so good. Just beautiful quality, beautiful deck in a beautiful box. I love it so much. Oh, so good. I just love having this like the full set all together. It's the beautiful box. Oh my gosh. So beautiful. We have to shuffle it. Hold on, we have to shuffle it. That just feels right. I can't believe I haven't shuffled it yet. But you know why? It's because I have the review copy has been on my shelf. And so I got this in and then put it aside for this video, but then I keep using the review copy. So let's give this one a shuffle. And then she can go on the shelf instead. Beautiful. What a beautiful shuffle that is. Okay. The world feels right now. Now that it's shuffled. All right, next up is another Kickstarter. Like this month for Kickstarter for me has been amazing because Shanna's deck is so beautiful. I love the birds. Huge fan. I have a full walkthrough if you want to see that. But then to get one from the creator of the Northern Animal Tarot, and then my other favorite deck from that like very beginning era of my tarot journey, Coastal Curiosities. Lennox Reese put out a tarot and it came! Like, are you kidding? To get those two decks in the same month? I can't. So beautifully done. The most gorgeous linen cardstock, and look at that edging. Oh. Like, this is just, it's everything. It's just everything. I don't even know the words to say because it's like, the cardstock is some of my favorite kind to use and shuffle. Her collage work is gorgeous. I got the, of course, full-size guidebook because I am a guidebook gal, so I got the full-size guidebook that you could add on. Right? I think it was an add-on. I don't know. I don't remember now. But if it is like an optional add, highly recommend. Because the entries are perfect. It brings you into the card. So like as if you're like walking into whatever this is, or you're the character in the card. So it makes it so immersive in that way. That's all on the left side. On the right side, Lennox breaks down all of the imagery in the card, just like she did with the second edition of the Coastal Curiosities, and explains the symbolism not only in this card, she gives you a Rider-Waite-Smith card and breaks down like the images of that too. She's amazing. I am so obsessed with this deck. It is everything. It's everything. I've had so many things to pair with it. It looks so good with so many things, just like Coastal Curiosities. Like, I knew this was going to be amazing the second I saw anything about it, but having it in hand now, like, oh my gosh. I can't say enough good things. I love it so much. Truly a masterpiece. Peculiar Pathways Tarot. And look at the box is beautiful. Look at how that looks. I'm so obsessed with that. Gorgeous, amazing, beautiful, stellar, show-stopping. Okay. This is another one. Did I do a walkthrough this? I must have. The Zumi Tarot. So, okay, I feel like all of my favorite deck creators, maybe not all, a lot of my favorite deck creators, I should say, not all of them. A lot of my favorite deck creators were like, July is just when we're going to deliver. Because here we are with the Zumi Tarot by Zeppelin Moon. Same creator as the... Nope, never gonna remember the name of that super quickly. Yet it's a favorite. She says, then forgets the name every time. What is that oracle called? Blooming Lovelies. It came to me. It came to me. Blooming Lovelies oracle. I love it so much. Came out with a tarot. Instantly purchased. And don't regret. It is... Look at that! I love it so much. So it really follows in a similar style as the Blooming Lovelies. Giving us just these really fun, sometimes silly, sometimes nonsensical illustrations with these phrases that are so they're fun and silly, and it's like it's the perfect in-between between not taking it too seriously but also saying something so profound. Like doing that, not even the middle ground, like truly doing that at the same time somehow. It's wild and fascinating, and this deck makes me so happy, just like the Blooming Lovelies. I love this tarot so much. It's so good. It's so good. Again, I do have a full walkthrough of that if you're interested in seeing more, but that is the Zumi Tarot. And next, last but not least, I should say, I've got two Rockpool oracles here. I'm a Rockpool oracle stan. I think they put out some really cool oracles. I think the quality is always really good. But we're going to start with one that I won't dwell on too long because there's been a lot of walkthroughs around, and I just feel like everyone and their mother loves this series for good reason. So Seasons of the Witch Lammas is the latest release, and did not disappoint. We just passed Lammas, the holiday, and so I used this all leading up to it from when I got it to then, and no complaints from me. I'm continuing to use it for a little bit until it starts to feel more like Mabon season. And yeah, I love it. Really perfect with the whole line. I love that deck series just as most people do. I love the different cards in here. It feels perfect to the time of year, of course, and that's what I have to say on that. So, Seasons of the Witch Lammas. A sleigh. Okay, last but not least, Cowgirls and Aliens. I also won't spend too long on this because I feel like I've talked about this so much because I love it. I love it. Big fan. This is one that it seems like it might be a little silly. I'm gonna say that. I don't mean any offense by that, but I could see if like when I first opened this, I was like, yeah, okay. Like I kind of just bought it to be fun. But then I started doing readings with it, and I was like, oh well, okay. All right, I guess you really have some things to say. Like you're really gonna call me out on stuff. And I was just so impressed by the readings and so impressed by just how much I could pair this with and the different ways I could play with this deck. My favorite thing to do with this has been a Dawn Michelle style reading where she lets her oracle decks pick the tarot. I've been able to do this with the selection of decks I found that pair really nicely with it. It's been so fun. So like, I'll use different decks depending on if I get a cowgirl or an alien, and then based on like, okay, well, what's the vibe of this cowgirl or this alien? I've got different decks for different things, and I think it's just really fun. I don't know, I'm really having so much fun still with this deck, even almost a month later. I think it's fantastic. Recommend. Cowgirl. Oh, I do have a walkthrough this too. Oh my god. I've been a walkthrough queen lately, huh? But if there's anything here that I didn't do a walkthrough of and you would like to see that, just let me know. But other than that, that's all I got for you today. So let me know. Did you get anything exciting and new this month? Anything you're really liking? I'd like to know. But other than that, I hope you're having a great day so far, and I'll see you again very soon.